After the ClimateGate scandals, many people think that global warming is a hoax. What do you think?
Absolutely not. There are many excellent scientists who are doing great work on climate science. I call the global warming situation not a hoax, but a hysteria.
So global warming is not a hoax. What do you base that on?
Well, in the first place, carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. We know that. Secondly, carbon dioxide has been increasing due to human activities, and we know that as well. And finally, through most of the 20th century, the temperature of the planet went up, especially from 1980 until around 2000.
So what are the scientific objections to AGW?
Well, in the first place, AGW depends crucially on a feedback mechanism between carbon dioxide and water in the atmosphere. The physics of water in the atmosphere is really not well understood, in particular the physics of the formation of clouds. In the second place, there are natural variations to the temperature which IPCC has not fully taken into account, although their new report supposedly will. And they include the forcing factor of the solar radiation, and in addition, the variation of the temperature due to the ocean currents. Finally, there's a very big debate in the literature now about the very notion of uncertainty in the projections that the IPCC is making.
So you said before that you don't believe that the IPCC report results take into account solar forcing.
That's right, solar forcing and other forms of natural climate variation. But more important than that, the temperature of the globe has not increased for the past 15 years. So the forthcoming IPCC report, which will be out in just a few weeks, will have to take into consideration what's going on. Why didn't anybody predict this total pause in global warming? Listen, the narrative on global warming has been driven by roughly 60 research groups all over the world. And every one of them has a vested interest in public concern, if not outright public panic. Now, I know what goes into the proposal writing process. Believe me, if you are not a little bit skeptical about what's coming out of there, then you are a very trusting person indeed.
Is there a consensus among scientists on global warming?
Well, I don't call it a consensus. I call it what Thomas Kuhn called a paradigm. But paradigms get broken, and sometimes it looks like this one is crumbling.
What could possibly be wrong with renewable energy like solar panels?
No, I don't want to say there's anything wrong with renewable energy. Renewable energy is great. I've done research on photovoltaics, but the fact is the industry is not ready. Every time we put up a municipal building and we put solar panels on the roof, we end up spending $30 million and sending it straight to China. And what's more, we as citizens pay 5 times as much for the energy they produce as we need to.
So what is the economic downside to this hysteria on saving the planet?
Well, first of all, let's look at what innovation is really supposed to be like in a high-tech economy. Now, in the first place, you get an idea in the laboratory, the government laboratory, the private laboratory, or the university laboratory. And a startup company comes along and they say, well, I can take that idea and I can make a product out of it that people actually want to buy. Well, in this case, the government has decided that we're not going to wait until the ideas in the laboratory are ready for the market. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to start the development right away, and we're going to produce companies like Evergreen, and we're going to subsidize them to make products. And what's more, they're only making products that they have to subsidize the consumers to buy. And a lot of governments around the world are finding out that we're going to have to be subsidizing for the indefinite future before finally these products can compete on the marketplace. They can't compete on the marketplace. They can't compete now, and it's going to be a long time before they can. How long are we going to subsidize them?
So we're subsidizing the manufacturing of these products and we're subsidizing the demand for these products. So why are we doing this?
And people are getting rich off it too.
Ah, I see. So where are all these people that got rich on renewable energy?
They're gone.